Hey there, welcome in, one and all, to today's continuation of the Ace Attorney stream. Don't worry, it's just me today. Don't worry, it's just gonna be me. Jolene is not gonna appear today in any way, shape, or form. Okay, maybe she actually is here. After all, she was supposed to be playing my assistant, but maybe she gone into hiding.
I said stop bullshitting.
Okay, yeah, she's here. And she's probably pissed at me trying to, steal her spotlight.
Trust me, it's not that hard to steal your own spotlight, like dumbass.
Okay, she's kind of in a foul mood already. Maybe we should just get to the game.
No. Start talking, you moron.
Okay. Look, I'm trying to get used to actually doing chats instead of just going straight to the game, so I gotta make sure I can keep myself talking. Especially with a big event coming next month on the 15th. It is a little event that I've been working on for a while and that it put a lot of planning into.
You put no planning in there. Your friends were begging you to upgrade for years now. And now you're doing it. And you're going to do it, or I'm going to tie you to this damn tank and throw you into the river.
Okay, yeah. Jolene threatened me also to make sure this actually works. So, yeah, finally I'm going to have my re-debut. after I took a little bit of threats from Jolene and some coercion from other friends. It took a while, but now it's finally going to happen. So I guess you could say goodbye to this old model. Worked for me for a while, but it's time to actually look like what I'm supposed to be. But now that we're here, it's on to the game, everybody. Yep, as you can see, Jolene is here with me today as we are going to continue our ace investigations as Miles Edgeworth and his lackey.
You're the lackey here. You're the one who can't do anything without me.
I swear one day this girl's just gonna kill me.
You know I can't.
You sure? Knowing you, you probably have something planned.
It's to torture you, not to kill you. You know we can't kill each other, no matter how hard we try. And I know you tried.
Okay, she knows more than I expected. Sir, what has become of the trial into the Copenhagen Embassy staff member murder? Indeed, since both suspects and the prosecutor are now dead, the case will be dismissed. In other words, the trial ends here permanently.
Looks like you have to wait for a bit longer for your big deed to do.
I suppose it can't be helped. The evidence for the trial will be transferred to you in a little while. Sir, what do you think about the murder of the Copenhagen Embassy staff member? And the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell? What an outrageous circus has all become. The Faraday brought it all upon himself with his naivete. An outrageous circus? Right, sir. I grow weary of this topic, Edgeworth. I will have you assigned to a different case.
Come and watch my courtroom debut next, won't you?
I'll consider it. Sir, if I may please allow me to continue with my investigation. Whatever for. I know that there's already a suspect in the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. However, there was not enough evidence to prove that it was he who committed the crime. I like to continue investigating in order to find the perfect proof of his guilt. The perfect proof? Don't make me laugh! A worthless person like you has no right to claim such a perfection.
Papa? I think it's the real culprit behind these murders. And we're competing to see who can find the real killer first. Plus, being able to investigate a real crime scene is a rare opportunity. It would give us such real-life experience. Wouldn't you agree?
If you want to investigate the case that much, then do as you wish. Then you're allowing us to continue. In court, your top priority is to win, and a solid investigation is one of the keys to winning. We have to make sure you become recognized as first-rate prosecutor, don't we? It wouldn't be very interesting otherwise. And returning home now. Edgeworth, Francesca, see to it I'm not disturbed, save for the results of your competition. Yes, sir.
Papa.
Francesca, thank you.
What are you thinking me for? Your logic earlier was built on that scruffy detective's lie. That means the competition is still on.
Yeah, just as you wished.
How did you get off so easily? Now then, see how well you fare in the investigation from here on, Miles Edgeworth.
I knew I don't have the information yet, so my first order of business will be questioning anyone involved in the case. Jolene, what are your thoughts?
I thought the detective did it. He just looks too brain dead to do it. Like, there's nothing between his ears. And I've seen cold-hearted killers before. And this guy looks more like he would squeal as soon as Troll was on trigger. I doubt he did it. Side to this case we're not seeing. I'm lacking in information. And as a bone farmer, I can hardly claim it's a perfect investigation.
Indeed, it is as you say.
If we agree on something. The day me and Joruis here agrees will be the day that I just give up taking over the world. And that will never happen.
Just what is so revolting about agreeing?
Anyway, Smooth should be the speak one related to this case.
Indeed, even if you had not said it, I was planning to do it anyway. Ah, what was that lash for? And does she have to whip everybody around?
I want to adopt her.
You just want somebody that can torture people.
Yes, and?
I swear one day, everybody. Miss you. Oh, it's you, Edward. And who are you? Wait, were you at the crime scene just now, weren't you?
You should be disbarred from knowing me. Francesca Bontana. I'm about to become the successor to the family name.
About to? I guess that means for now you're still just another kid. In which case, it's only natural that I don't know who you are. Why are you whipping me for? Anyway, looks like they're planning on holding the evidence a bit longer. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's waiting. Yeah, I'm terribly sorry, but I have a few more questions to ask you. Look at your eyebrows, scratch with the lines on your forehead. And that to ask of you. What exactly is so funny? Sorry, I just bad at dealing with a super serious atmosphere. Apparently, they failed to teach you proper behavior at crime scene in law school. I feel it's all better now. So what is it you want to talk about? I'd like to inquire as where you were at the time of the murder. We were in the defendant lobby number 1 the whole time. Until we heard a gunshot. And by we, I mean Mr. Bad. If you don't believe me, feel free to ask him yourself. You were Detective Bad? Why? We had a little something to discuss, that's all. So I take it you were acquaintance with Detective Bad? Yeah, he was the detective in charge of the KG8 incident. Detective Bad was also related to the incident? That's right. He was the one who was supposed to protect my sister, Cece. But you know how that turned out, don't you, Edgeworth?
I was Edgeworth? I have no idea what you two are talking about. I heard the KG8 incident from my papa. But how does this case relate to you, Miss Yu?
The victim of the case, CCU, was my little sister. First time I even got Jolene to shut the hell up.
I will strangle you.
You're making that super serious face again. I'm fine, really. I just make it at a point to rub some more salt in his wound pride every time I see him. Oh, speaking of Mr. Bad, he and Miss Faraday, I'd say they met up a few single time at the Magatarasu make her move. It was practically a given that the two would meet up at every crime scene. He did mention that he was in charge of the Yamatarasu investigation earlier. Maybe I should ask her what she knows about that. You claimed that at the time of the murder, you were with Detective Bad. Don't you...
You realize you should discuss the trial with your clients during a recess?
We do, and that's what I was planning to do. But Mr. Faraday was being rather threatening, and he dragged Mr. Rell away. After that, Mr. Bad came into lobby number 1 just so we stayed there and talked. And what did you talk with Mr. Bad about? Nothing interesting. I just insulted him some. Talked about how the trial was going, and then I insulted him some more. Bloody, when is she not laughing? Her mouth seemingly spews nothing but insults. Anyway, Mr. Bad and I were in defendant lobby number 1 when the murder occurred. So I really can't tell you anything about the hallway or lobby number 2. Oop. Hey. I'd like to ask you a few questions about your client, Mr. Macrel. No, your client first claimed to be the Yatagarasu, was that correct? Yeah. Once I heard that it was the Yatagarasu that made it up for the evidence of the KG-8, I began to ask Mr. Rell all sorts of questions, but to no avail. Turns out Mr. Rell was not the Yatagarasu. He just made that up. He made it up. Mr. Rell's crime was caught on tape by the security cameras, but there was no footage of him sneaking into the embassy itself.
Well, just for 1 second. Then you mean to say that you knew he was not the real Yamatagarasu? And that he was just another cold-blooded killer? And you were ready to defend him?
Yes, that's right. I see. So a defense lawyer is actually just someone whose job is to cover for criminals.
That's why defense lawyers are so detectable. But they are no match for us von Commerce.
I don't believe it. You're serious. Why don't you save that face for something really worth being serious about? And Edgeworth, do you remember what I said earlier? I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for the leads regarding the KG-8 incident, alright? For that, you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer? Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Rell was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him ever. So don't you dare suggest I was going to. I'm sorry. Forgive my rashness. It's you. I was wondering if you could tell me about the Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu, huh? I don't really know much about the character myself, but I do get a lot of consolation requests from companies to defend them. Requests from companies? The Yatagarasu isn't some petty thief out for money, you know.
Alright then. Perhaps the Yatagarasu is in the business of stealing people's lives.
You're not very funny or witty, are you, you little Miss Von Karma? Francesca, be careful about who you whip. Choose carefully wherever. Ah!
There. I chose carefully, just like you wanted. I am working on those adoption papers now.
Jolene, for the last time, this is a fictional character. You're not going to adopt her. I know you like her already, but again, that is a fictional character, and her father is still alive. You cannot adopt some random fictional character just because you like the fact she whips people.
I'm doing it anyway. I'm going to do it. And you can't stop me.
That was just hilarious, little missy.
Of course it was. So this is the one you say always claims first. Well then, you must be the animatron that Joruis talks about. In case you're wondering who this is, actually you should already know. Nobody talks much about him.
Animatron, please ignore the gremlin at the bottom left corner. That is just Jolene, and she's just here to act as my assistant, and she's just here to play Francesca.
The reason I'm here is because you want to get more views. We both know that I bring the actual appeal. You just look like the cardboard.
Yeah, ignore the girl. She is crazy. Also, congrats on getting first. Just like, ignore her. She's just doing gremlin things.
I'm not doing gremlin things. I'm telling the truth. And you gotta remember, that's why I can get people to follow me. I don't know. I mean, from what I've seen, a lot of people that Joruis hangs out here with, it's pretty crazy. But then again, crazy always attracts crazy. The thing, look at this guy. Dragon sorcerer, and he's just looking off in space. Looks like he's trying to read your messages in a weird way. Look at that ugly and this cloak. The black, everything. Hey, that guy needs a makeover real fast. I don't know. What do you think? They didn't put him in a purple coat? Please make it back to his hair.
I am afraid to think about what you even have in the thought process. Okay, Jolene? Like, I'm afraid what you got thinking right now. Also, shouldn't you be playing Francesca now?
Alright. So, in the end, what is the Yazura? I have to say, yeah, I've never heard of this thief when I was in Germany.
The Yazura deals in information, namely in digging out the dirt about backroom dealings and the likes of companies. The Yazura is a vigilante who steals such info and then makes it public to all to see.
Vigilante or not, this person just sounds like another criminal to me.
I suppose you could put it that way too. But either way, I get a lot more clients now thanks to that thief. Sounds like Miss Yu is profiting nicely. I suppose I got all I can get at her. Speak with the detective now. Hey, man. So yeah, I have to deal with my small evil gremlin world empress right here. Because she said that she could bring in more of the views. I don't exactly know how she's gonna do it. What's she planning to do? Just take her coat off half the time?
Nah, I'm gonna save that for summer. Actually, I may get a little outfit for that.
She's got something planned. I mean, knowing her, she's definitely got something planned.
It's gonna be nice and sweet. Just like me. I'm nice and sweet.
Jolene, you're literally what happens when the Emperor and Dr. Doom mix with Makima. I'm fairly certain you probably already have my whole room bugged.
Nope. You barely even do shit anyway.
I think she is just gonna drive me insane, but okay, play character. Detective Gumshoe. Hey, it's you, pal. You're here.
As am I.
I don't think you need to whip him to let him know that. I didn't do it, pal. I swear on my honor as a detective. I really didn't. Your words are useless. I place my trust only in the evidence, Detective. Once the investigation is fully over, and should we find out that you are the killer, there will be no mercy to be had for you. Have a heart, pal. But you're not worried, right? After all, you have nothing to worry about if you're really that innocent, huh? That's right. Hey, pal, go on and do your perfect investigation and get the real killer for me, will you? I would have done so even had you not requested me to, Detective. I swear. I don't know what I'm more crazy about. But, let's go figure out the motive. So you, Mr. Faraday, had a small bleeding last week, huh? And what exactly did you do to make him so angry? I just asked Detective Bad the same thing myself, pal. Turns out he was mad at me because on my very first day as detective, I reported in at my usual spot post instead of the Criminals Affairs Department. By the time I got down to Criminals Affairs, I was really, really late. And that's when he gave me that huge speech.
I remember doing the same thing exactly in elementary school. On the first day of school every year, I always wanted to go into my old classroom.
How pathetic for the detective to be comparable to a mere schoolchild. He claimed to be standing guard in front of the door to the lobby number 2 during the recess. However, did you receive the order to do so, and from who? Early around 3:20 from Detective Bad, pal. Today's trial took a really crazy turn, so I was told to make sure nothing happened to Mr. Faraday.
And yet, something did happen to him, correct? It looks like it was a total waste of manpower to assign you to guard duty.
The words sting worse than your whip, pal. So it was Detective Bad who ordered him to stand guard, huh? Now then, Detective Gumshoe. Is there anything else you would like to tell me? Nope, not a thing, pal.
In that case, I want us to take a look at what you're carrying on your personage.
Ah, wait, you can't do that!
There's nothing of particular value here.
Well, my handcuffs and badge were confiscated by Detective Bad, you know. And what is this open envelope I see sticking out of your coat pocket? Ah, hands off, pal!
Just show us it already.
Annual bonus within $5 total, except there's no check inside. You had to look. Now give it back, pal. It's my first bonus as a branded detective. I just got it and cashed it in today. I had literally no cash on me up until I did, you know? So the envelope is real special to me. Now give it back.
You don't need rubbish like this. Don't worry. I will wait for you later.
How could you? $5 is a bonus.
Man, these detectives are cheap. Like, even my foot soldiers, when they get a bonus, it's like about 2K to 3K. $5? Jesus.
3K as a foot soldier?
Yep. Like, I gotta make sure my own foot soldiers to take over the world are happy and don't keep following. So you can take care of them.
Wait, but I thought I heard word about you, like, actually killing your subordinates.
It was only 3 times. And they were like the higher up ones. It is an important lesson for you, sorcerer. And you shouldn't take this to heart. Those with egos always have the best face when you strangle them to death.
Rena's gonna kill me for saying this, but you're right. I've had my deal with people with big egos, and they made definite faces when they died. But no, I only kill those that claim to be heroes and are more willing to let people die just to satiate their ego. You just do it for fun, right?
No. 3 guys. One almost cost a whole platoon of people. And like, nearly $5 million worth of equipment. Another one nearly sunk an entire carrier just taking one guy down. Not even like another boat. One fucking guy. That was fun. So I was saying, they take down those who deserve it and more willing to put other people's lives just for their own ego. So, I don't really do that. I mean, that's just a waste of manpower if people do a really good job. Just to have them, like, fail once and then just get rid of them. I mean, not all missions are successes. Sometimes you just gotta make sure and take the L's. Something you should learn pretty well.
I swear, I thought I heard something crazy. Maybe somebody tried to hop in real quick. I'm sorry, but I need to take him in for questioning now. I think I've asked him just about everything I need. No, wait. Since he became a suspect, there is one piece of evidence I should reconfirm. Officer, I asked, did you wait a second? I still have one thing I'd like to reconfirm with Detective Gumshoe. Understood, but please make it brief, sir. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. I must confirm whether or not this testimony is the truth. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong guy. Maybe something did happen. What am I reading? I must have hit something wrong. Alright. I gotta confirm his testimony. You told me earlier that you had heard no sound other than the gunshot out in the hallway. Is that correct? No mistake. Are you also claiming that no one passed through the hallway earlier? Hi, YTC. As you can see, I kind of got a little gremlin right next to me. And I'm fairly certain right now she just... I don't know what she's doing. Hey, Jolene, you want to say hi to YTC?
Okay, so for the last time, I need you to send these troops up north. And I need them to cover our bases. Because we might have a group trying to attack us soon. Oh, hang on a second. Sorcerer.
Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna ask. Less I know, the better. Are you gonna say hi to YTC?
Oh, well, hi there, YTC. I've heard, Joruis, who's this guy again?
YTC shows up in a lot of my streams.
Oh, you, Logan? Again, who's this guy again?
Just ignore her, okay? Just ignore her. She's just like, she's probably just messing with you. She doesn't really, know anything, right?
Sorcerer, I'm just gonna be real with you. The only people I really know is just you and the Time Life. And the only reason I know the Time Life is because she's the only one I know has a bigger lease on you than me.
Ignore that. Just ignore what she just said. Okay, is that also correct? Yep, not even a single ant passed through the hallway while I was on duty. You didn't realize that you lie is... that the lie you're telling is only making life a little more difficult for yourself? Huh? Oh. But it's true. I didn't see anyone go through the hallway, and I didn't hear anything else, pal. I bet the killer found a way to kill 2 guys that's beyond what even I can imagine. Yeah.
Actually, since you're here, YTC, you want an easy way to mess with the sorcerer? I got him a keyblade later.
Wait. What'd you say?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry. I just got you a nice scythe.
Ooh, a scythe. And now you know how much I love those things.
I got them as big, stupid-looking keyblade. It even has the Zelda symbol on it. If he sees that thing, he is going to freak out in anger. And trust me, that's going to be hilarious. If you got a chance on a camera, I need you to take a picture of it. You got a picture of that? And there's a nice 50K in it for you.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing. I got nothing.
You know what? I'm just going to ignore it. Just going to ignore it. But why would he do such a thing? So, given in the situation he's in, I believe a thorough investigation of the hallway should be in order. Zelda Keyblade? Jolie, what's he talking about?
I'm just making up some annoying-ass character from next Smash game. I mean, we might as well make it to piss you the fuck off.
Only you can make that bullshit up. I swear, only you can do that shit.
You did not notice that coming.
Wasn't that the child that I charged money for earlier? Thanks. What do I need? Kids can sometimes be so cruel.
It looks like she dropped something. I think we should arrest the girl. She might turn out to be a valuable lead.
I believe some sort of punishment may need to be dealt with next time we meet. I believe that's all I asked of this man. Now for Detective Bad and the judge.
We have confirmed who is correct. The judge or the square-face, right? Suppose we should inspect the hallway in front of lobby number 2.
I suppose we shall. Shall we head over there, Francesca? So, did you see anything else? No, I don't think so. Ah, alright. So that's why you troll. Yeah, that makes sense. I see. Well, thanks for your cooperation. Oh, it's nothing. Just doing my duty as the defender of the law. That'll be all for now. I'll ask again if I have any other questions. Anytime, Detective. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a few loose ends I have to tie up. Oh, you're the new prosecutor Mr. Von Karma recommended. My name is Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor.
And I'm Manfred Von Karma's daughter, Francesca Von Karma. I set to become a successor to my genius father any day now, Your Honor.
I bit my tongue. Are you alright, Your Honor? Please feel free to refer to me as...
Feel free to refer to me as Mr. Von Karma, Your Honor. As for him, just Edgeworth is fine.
Apparently somebody doesn't feel that I'm worthy of a proper title.
No, you want one. Big dumbass. Big that sorcerer. The flaccid dragon. I got a million of them. I got a whole list right here of insults.
Ignoring the gremlin down here. Oh. Ugh. Oh, I could definitely use some hydration. Thanks for the hydrate, YTC. Your Honor, Mr. Edgeworth is fine. Now, about the earlier testament. What about it, Mr. Edgeworth? I would like to ask you a few questions about what exactly you saw. Alright, after all, it is my duty to clarify my testimony as a defender of the law. I greatly appreciate your cooperation, Your Honor. Now, the first thing I will need to do is figure out that detective's exact movement.
Here, that the vending machine sells snacks and various other food.
Just lovely. What will they think of next?
You jerking card with these beef jerks. One packet for $9. What the fuck? I could get a packet of that for $3 down the street. Defendant's fresh milk. Half a pint for $7. This is robbery. Stay neutral as a Swiss. Do until the end of the D's. For $6. They're awfully overpriced.
That is a terrible lineup. Like, it's not even a joke.
Speaking of snacks, I wonder if that Swiss roll the little wardrobe is from his machine.
I was wondering about that myself. $9 for orange juice!
Oh, that orange juice gotta come from the Himalayas themselves. A cute story. $9.
$7 for hot dogs? What the fuck?
Okay. Vegan ass person made these hot dogs. $7.
Oh my god. Why the hell is the Swiss roll of all things the cheapest thing here when you think about it? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Costco got the cheaper dog. Remember, the Costco CEO literally said to the guy who was going to take over, don't raise those dogs or I'll kill you with my bare hands. Not even a joke. He said that. But it's like $7 for a hot dog. I can make that at home, make 3 of them, and make some fries with that. How is this kind of bullshit? Like, what are these prices? And again, $9 for orange juice. I'm sorry. And for half, that don't even look like much. When it's looking bad, blind your opposition with some OJ. Are they promoting violence?
Don't worry. My whip will make sure that anybody following this advice won't be for long.
Compared to the sting of the whip, the juice of the orange juice might not be so bad. Hold up. Amatron's right. That's a singular hot dog, not dogs, so it's not plural. Defendant's fresh milks. What exactly is that even supposed to mean?
I bet it means that the milk is freshly milked by various defendants on trial. Like, gross. Like, very gross. I don't know what they were thinking, but that is gross.
No, I think that might mean that this was milk right here from the various defendants.
Miles Edgeworth, you can't possibly be serious.
Of course not. I don't. Yeah, I'm kind of grossed out. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I'm surprised you're not making any jokes about it, Jolie.
I just told my troops to execute Order 69.
You actually got a real order with that?
You know, every troop knows when to say that over here that they say nice.
So that's just basically to cheer you up just because you want to hear a bunch of your people follow the rule and just say nice.
Yep. Besides, who the hell would actually make an Order 69? I mean, come on. In every dimension and universe, you know that is the funny number. Even the evil person knows that's a funny number. The only time we ever get the number 69 is this is somebody we think is hot. And even then, we never really do it.
Critic's right. Even evil rulers have limits.
No real standards. I mean, after all. Oh, I don't think you ever showed your friends for a certain friend of mine coming.
I don't think they're willing to see a giant megalodon girl that eats Australia. Or maybe they'll think it's hot. I don't know. Actually, then again, I gotta remember, the vampire lady from Resident Evil did bring up a lot of people.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I think the sorcerer told you. My lead admiral is a megalodon Megan. She ate Australia. Actually, I told her to eat Australia. And it's not like she just did it slowly. Turned into a giant megalodon and whoop, down one single bite. I should raise the table for it. Actually, since I'm here, maybe I should let you know. 2 other friends of mine. Well, one's a friend. The other's my daughter.
Wait a minute. Your daughter? You have a daughter. Chat, I'm going to have to take a minute to think about this over chat, but no, YTC, you're absolutely right. That's my same reaction.
Oh, don't worry. She's nice. And I don't mean my nice. She's just a sweetheart. She's not evil. I'm the one that's evil. But I would say one thing. And this is important, chat. You do anything to my daughter, and I will make sure this whole dimension burns to the fucking ground with you suffering every single thing imaginable coming to you at once. And I mean everything. From having your eyes plucked out, your skin peeled off, and you having to listen to nothing to Friends on repeat for the next 28 days straight.
Okay, turns out Jolene's a mama bear. I'm actually more afraid of her now. I'm sorry you had to hear that, chat. Yeah, let's go back to the game. When you're in hot water, you might need a hot dog.
That is the dumbest thing I ever heard. Like, in hot water, you get a hot dog? No. I'll just dump ice on your head.
It looks like the slogan was decided through a public contest. And the winner was Prosecutor Winston Payne.
That slogan. Listen to it all. If it was up to me, it would read, if you leave matters in my opponent's hands, everybody Everybody will be found guilty, dog.
Objection!
Overruled.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get over these prices. Why is it $9 for beef jerky? Why is a ham sandwich $8? Don't let the prosecution and defense make a ham sandwich out of you. These things are terrible. These are worse than my dad jokes. Like, they can't be that bad. Like, there is no way these could be as bad as my dad jokes.
Speaking of which,
Jolene, did you just hack my account just to make me do a dad joke?
yeah. I mean, come on, at this point, you just gotta hit him up.
Ah, fine. Jesus Christ, like, are you seriously just gonna make me do a dad joke just because these jokes are so terrible?
Don't forget, I can milk you any way I want.
That just sounds gross.
Look, I need something better than this writing. So, I need a joke right now. Chop chop.
Fine. I don't know. I'm looking at this vending machine. I'm trying to think with these foods. What kind of dad joke can I make? I guess I could make a Swiss roll joke, but I don't know how I could do that. Maybe I'm just spending this time looking at this just to milk out the time. Nah, that doesn't work as a dad joke either. Look, it's hard for me to ham it up like you think. Like, I'm just thinking about these right now, and I can't even think of a dad joke right now. Like, can we just get back to the game? I'll just refund you later.
Eric? Hold on. I'm gonna have to tell your chat last week, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Crap, you're making me dry up in the middle of performance like I'm some damn beef jerky.
That one is acceptable. Not your best, but I'll accept that one.
Okay. Okay, I got around her. Trust me, I got around her. Anyway, back to the game. Don't let the prosecution and the defense make a ham sandwich out of you.
It sounds like it's directed to the ham or the judge.
Well, it certainly isn't directed to me. I can outmaneuver him any day.
Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end of the piece. The end of what?
Well, I'll assume it means the end of the trial. I suppose that means that one should eat these during a recess?
You can't eat during a trial, so I suppose the only time you can eat them is now, huh?
I wouldn't mind if you wanted to eat one now. They come in a pack of 2 after all.
Investigation. Besides, I'll put $6 on me.
If you want one, we could pool our money and buy a pack together.
Have I started with you? Okay.
Well, let me think about what we got right now. We don't got anything like that, but we do know that... 2-pack of Hostess snacks for $4? Yeah. What the hell is this thing? What is that? It's a pink colored piece of trash made of rubber. I feel like I've seen something like this before. Well, all I see is a piece of garbage. But, you know, the fact that there's... Oh.
You know, the fact that there's a litter running loose in the corner is unforgivable.
It's not like I was the one who littered.
I don't understand.
Ugh.
What's the matter?
I pricked myself in one of the cactus needles. I didn't think the needles on this thing would be so sharp.
Well, what did you expect? Can you imagine how it'd be if you hit your head on one of these things? Anyway, this cactus seems to be unrelated to our cake.
Do you really think so? Because I believe this cactus sitting on this windowsill is completely related.
Oh, well then. I look forward to your explanation of how exactly it is related. What do you expect?
I believe it is a pile of ants eating away.
Well, I don't think that now. I mean, I don't like it on my steel lip. You know, for reasons.
Jolene saw this character, saw her have a whip, and immediately thought, I want a whip. That's literally her reason.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Anyway, oh, that detective. He claims that not a single ant slipped by. And yet, there's a whole ton on him.
What are you hitting me for?
Those are police for the detective. Pathetic detective.
Perhaps I should add this deduction to the detective's growing tab of pay cuts.
Anyway, I wonder what the ants are eating.
From the look and sweet smell of it, it's pieces of cake and chocolate from a Swiss roll.
Miles Edward. The courthouse is kept to be pristine at all times.
It wasn't me who dropped the food on the ground.
The courthouse must be empty.
The dirt on the bench, it smells like some sort of sweet substance.
I can't believe there's someone dining the courthouse. A shame.
Hold it!
Calm down, Francesca. Now take a good look. Doesn't the smudge look like the handprint to you?
I suppose it could be.
Which means that perhaps we can lift the prints of the person who sullied the bench.
I see. And then we'll know the identity of our mystery slump.
You there, the lab technician. Could you please find out who this handprint belongs to? Sir, yes, sir. I got the result of the fingerprint analysis, and do we know who they belong to? Sir, the fingerprint belongs to Detective Gumshoe. Oh, interesting. Good work, officer. So he was here.
And there you have it.
Yes, I suppose so.
Now we know that dinner with the person who burned the bench.
It seems that you and I will be using this information in different ways. At this point, I'm pretty sure Gumshoe owes the people he works for money. That being said, we may have an idea of what to do. Like, this might actually be a good connection. The bits of chocolate and cake, could they not have come from the Swiss roll?
A Swiss roll? Why would a courthouse sell a thing like that?
It may not seem like the right venue, however, it is being sold right over there.
The vending machine. Ah, I see. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end of these. 2 for $6. Talk about expensive.
Even the fact that it's on the expensive side aside, the fact that the cake crumbs and the chocolate bits were found in this hallway suggests that they came from a Swiss roll that was purchased from this machine. I think I have a pretty clear picture of what happened here now.
Naturally. After all, I'm here, aren't I?
Detective Gumshoe must have sat on this bench as he ate the Swiss roll. And as he ate it, he dropped it on the floor and sullied the bench.
Ouch. How could he have not cleaned up after himself? No, utterly despicable. Don't you dare...
Don't you dare whip me again! I wasn't the one who made the mess in the first place! Anyway, if it was indeed Detective Gumshoe who brought the Swiss roll, that creates a rather interesting contradiction of facts.
A contradiction? Where?
Take another look at the courthouse vending machine is in order. I believe it is his paycheck, if I recall.
Eureka!
About Detective Gumshoe finances, he said until this morning, he didn't have even a single penny on his personage.
Just how poor is this guy?
If the bonus is really worth $5, then he should not have been able to purchase a pack of Swiss rolls. However, facts being as they are, we found cake crumbs on the floor.
Meaning Scruffy must have bought a pack sack somehow.
Indeed. The detective should not have been able to purchase a pack, and yet he did. The question is how? Let me do some more deductions. Maybe these two are connected. The pink rubbery substance. I saw this in a different form earlier. I believe this is a piece of a pop balloon.
I suppose that's possible.
The balloon probably got a little too close for our friend, the windowsill cactus.
That would be a logical conclusion, yes.
Check the bed. I have something I wish to inquire about. Well, first thing first. I'll be right back, chat. I gotta use the bathroom, so... thus we return to basically make sure that Jolene here didn't try to take over my entire stream. Actually, I was gone for a few seconds. What did Jolene do? Jolene, what did you do?
Nothing.
What did you do?
Nothing.
She didn't even try anything? That scares me. Jolene must be up to something.
Again, nothing. I did nothing.
I'm afraid of what she might have hiding somewhere. What's the worst? She can do a lot of evil and messed up things, so I'm afraid of what she might have planned. You know what? I'm just going to ignore for now. I'm being too paranoid. Let's get back in the game.
Wait, how about doing some actual work, you?
I wish to inquire into Detective Gumshoe's movements during the recess. You're getting in the way of the investigation. I have an order from Mr. Von Karma himself, plus I still hold investigation authority. Ugh. Sorry, I hear you were the one who called for Detective Gumshoe to come down here. Faraday, that guy was just accused, you know. I just knew something was going to happen. My detective's instincts told me.
How would have done that, baby? You couldn't even protect one black prosecutor with it.
Hold it!
Francesca, I think you need to apologize.
I'm sorry.
I'm terribly sorry, Detective Bad. Please continue. I used the phone on the first floor and called the precinct. I told them to send somebody over. And the detectives, the one day showed up. And only upon his arrival did you set Detective Gumshoe to stand guard, Detective Bad. Yeah, I waited for him on the first floor. After he got here, we came up to these defendants' lobbies together. As we entered the hallway, we ran into Miss Yu. She told us that Faraday was really mad, and that he had dragged Rail out to lobby number 2 to have a word or something. And that Faraday had said to not let anyone interrupt them. So, what choice did I have? All I could do was tell the big lug to stand guard outside. Around what time did all this take place? Let's see, I think it was around 30 minutes before I heard the gunshots. After giving the big lug his assignment, he never left the hallway, not once.
How? And how can you make such a claim?
One of the guards out on this floor's main lobby swore to me he didn't. The detective never left the hallway, then where did he disappear off to?
That's simple. You must have gone to lobby 2 just to suspect her.
You and I were in lobby number 1. Next door. The only one without an alibi is Gumshoe. It would seem that I'm still missing some key pieces of information. Detective Bad, you also heard the gunshot, did you not? Yeah. I heard it when I was in the defendant lobby number 1. That's why I came running towards lobby number 2 together with you. How much time elapsed between you hearing the gunshot and your arrival on the scene? Less than a minute. What were your movements upon hearing the gunshot? I grabbed the big lug who was just walking around in the hallway and raced to the lobby number 2. And that's when we discovered the bodies.
That makes you the discover the crime scene, right?
Yeah, I guess it does, little miss.
I'm going to become a prosecutor very soon. You will treat me with the dignity I deserve, or else.
You wave that thing around anymore, and I'll have you arrested for obstruction, little miss.
You wouldn't dare.
Haha, just joking. Detective Bad is really something he can make Francesca behave. Are we about done? Is there anything else I should ask him about? What about the place? Detective Bad, where were you when we heard the gunshot? How many times are you going to ask that? I was in the defendant's lobby when I heard the gunshot. It's exactly the same as what he said earlier when I asked. Now, get out of here. You're getting in the way.
Hold it!
I'm not through questioning you yet. Maybe I asked the wrong one. I'd like to know a little more about the circumstances under which you heard the gunshot. Like I said, I was in the lobby number 1 with you. I have nothing else to add. Testimony certainly corroborates what Miss Yu said.
Miles, you already asked about that, remember?
I suppose I should ask about something else. Is there anything else? Time. I'd like for you to tell me exactly the time you heard the gunshot. It was around the end of the recess and the trial was about to start again. I think. He was supposed to make time for himself to transfer the evidence he was holding. But I got the sense he wasn't going to show for the handoff. So I figured I should go get him, or he'd be late. And just as I thought, bang! The sound of the gunshot hit my eardrums. I heard a gunshot right before the trial was about to restart, huh? Are we done here? I don't have any time to waste.
Oh, come on. All you doing is standing in front of this door and doing nothing.
I get the sense that he is somewhat investigating this crime scene. Or rather, that he's keeping us under surveillance. But to what end? This isn't too bad. May I ask that you cooperate with us a little bit longer? I don't have anything else to say to the two of you. You guys were the ones who said you wanted to investigate in the first place.
Fine then. We asked the team. We'll do what we please. Come on, Mile.
You may no longer be willing to help us. However, may I ask for your forensic scientist cooperation? Do as you like. Alright. All that's left is the judge, I believe. I can talk to these guys. Then name him Joe Miscreant? Yeah, because Dick Gumshoes actually play on the old ways that they call detectives. Because, you know, gum on the shoe is hard to get rid of. There's a little involved with the case, sir. Your Honor, I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Where were you at the time of the murder?
You don't suspect me or something.
No, nothing of the sort, Your Honor.
Very well. You may continue with your testimony.
Your Honor, it's your testimony I'm after.
Oh! I had no idea you were chasing after me or my testimony.
I begin to sense that I might want to avoid being in a trial run by this judge.
Let's see here. Now then, how should I put this? When you get to be my age, you need to pay more frequent visits to the restroom. If you go take a look through the window at the end of this hall, you will see a small window. This is the window that the men's restroom. In other words, you can see clearly into the hallway from the men's restroom. When I was going into the restroom, the Detective Gumshoe, is it? Well, he was standing in front of the vending machine buying something from it. However, and this couldn't believe, when I was about to exit the restroom, there was not a soul in the hallway anymore. Your Honor, if you could please calm down and explain it to me rationally. Oh, I'm really sorry. Please let me regain my composure. It was really suspicious. That's what I was finally home, Judge Intuition said. Although, well, until the murders occurred, I just sort of brushed it off. Oh, apparently this judge doesn't understand the concept of staying calm. That's probably all I'm going to find out from His Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, may I return to my other duties now?
Yes, I'm sorry to have held you up. Thank you for your cooperation, Your Honor.
Oh, anytime, Edgeworth, anytime.
The judges in this country's... Oh.
The judges in this country seem rather friendly.
Yes, if not a little wishy-washy. However, I hear that they are known to hand down very fair verdicts. I believe I now have a firm grasp of what happened here.
Well, I do too.
Alright, Francesca, if you would share your conclusions, what you come to.
Why should I do that? We're still in the middle of the competition, you know. We should be checking to see if your conclusions are wrong first. So you go ahead.
It's almost cute that she's going this far to ensure she wins. Almost cute. Very well, but first we need to pay His Honor a visit to correct his testimony. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to test your witness testimony to see how it hands up.
Do you doubt me? Am I a new suspect?
In a sense, I suppose you could say that.
Even you, a judge, are nothing but a common witness before a Von Karm.
Silence in the courtroom! Silence, I say! Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Von Karma.
You bit your tongue again, did you?
As a defender of the law, I could never give false testimony. You can even place me under oath if you want.
Very well then. Your testimony, if you please.
During the recess, I went to the restroom. There is a window in the hallway on the other side, see? In other words, I could see into the hallway. As I entered, I saw the detective buying something from the vending machines. But when I was about to exit the restroom, he had completely disappeared. A detective that's gone missing while on duty. That sounds mighty suspicious to me.
Your Honor, can you please try to remain calm?
Oh. I'm so used to simply listening to testimony that I got caught up in the excitement.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to spoil your fun for now. I feel like I gotta press some of these, so... Oh, is it the same theory I have, which is that Gumshoe shot down? Because that pretty much is telling me everything I need to know. He just sat down, and he's like sitting behind the windowsill. That happened a few times to me, so that's what I thought. But let me press this one first.
Hold it!
Are you sure that the person you witnessed was Detective Gumshoe?
Yes, I'm absolutely sure. It's hard to miss somebody of his stature, even from far away from the restroom. Besides, I can't think of anyone else with that kind of hairstyle and big beige coat. Well, I was simply wondering if you were mistaken of what you saw.
What? Preposterous! My eyes are sharp as can be, ready to see through lies to the truth.
Although recently things do seem to be a bit fuzzier than I was used to be. Clearly these eyes are not the only things that have gone fuzzy. Besides, but allow me to say this with all honor and dignity, Judge. I am not mistaken of what I saw.
Hold it!
He disappeared, but Your Honor, didn't you just say I saw the detective buying something from the vending machines?
Well, yes I did.
The restroom window looks over the courtyard and right into the hallway. But just as I was about to exit, I took another look and there was no one in sight. That led me to the only solution to this mystery. The detective must have gone into the crime scene, lobby number 2 at this point. So I looked into the hallway from the restroom and over the courtyard, did he? I got an idea.
What was that finger wag for, Mr. Edgeworth?
And don't you know it's rude to shout objection while someone is giving testimony? Heh. If you truly are a man of the law, then you must always be vigilant. For example, I never let an opportunity to shout objection pass me by.
Miles Edgeworth, it's one thing to be passionate about your job, but this is real life.
This is what some people may say the pot calling the kettle black. Your Honor, I was wondering if you may look at this for me.
What is this filth? How dare somebody dirty the hallway bench like that? Who is the culprit? The party is hereby found guilty of uncleanliness.
If you must know, the uncouth bench sullier has already been placed under arrest thanks to your earlier testimony, Your Honor.
Oh, well, that's good, but who is it?
We were able to discover something from the smudge in the bench, namely Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints.
Not happy with committing just murder, he had to go and dirty the courthouse too? Guilty!
Your Honor, please calm down. While it's true that the detective is the one who made the mess on the bench, we have not yet established this action is related to the double murder.
What do you mean?
I believe that the detective bought a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine and then promptly sat down on the bench to eat one. The cake crumbs and the pieces of chocolate on the floor under the bench, and Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints prove my conclusions to be true.
Oh, but I still don't understand.
Is this whole thing related to how I couldn't see him as I was leaving the restroom? It is indeed. The window in the hallway was built rather high up into the wall, at around a grown adult's chest height. As evidence, I submit that Francesca herself was unable to see out the window.
She's about to whip you. We both know she is. So prepare for that.
Yep, alright, here comes the whip.
I knew I shouldn't have used her height as evidence.
But basically, what that means is that the area directly under the hallway window is a blind spot when the hallway is being viewed from the men's restroom.
Then...
It seems that you have made the connection. If someone were to sit on the bench under the window, yes, even someone as large as Detective Gumshoe would effectively disappear from sight.
What?
Do you finally see, Your Honor?
No, I'm adopting her.
And I told you 100 times, you cannot adopt a fictional character.
Says the guy, simple phone princess. What he said, and I quote, I do not trust anyone that goes by royalty.
Shut up. Your testimony has just proven that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway the entire time. Sorry.
I didn't mean to say it with that much enthusiasm.
All I wanted to do was to try saying it once. Here, let me try that again.
Is there something of value you wish to say?
Yes, actually there is. I remember something else just now. Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to testify to the court one more time.
Even if we all roll over him, he'd just keep talking on, wouldn't he?
That might not be a bad thing. The more info, the better in a perfect investigation, right?
I suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom window. However, that doesn't mean that the detective was sitting there when I looked. Anyway, I forgot to testify earlier about probably the most important detail. As I was leaving the restroom, I heard a loud bang of a gunshot. How was that? That is the testimony of one who judges the crimes of others.
Your Honor, could you try to state the important facts first next time?
I agree. Before you go over judges, you should learn to judge your own words.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But honestly, I thought the sound was just a noise popper until just now.
Now that he mentions it, right before we started the trial, he did talk about that.
Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn that I heard a popper going off.
Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson, the most critical point in this argument is when did the judge look into the hallway, and whether that lines up with when the gun was actually fired. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like you to clarify the details in your testimony. Yeah, that's actually very important. We gotta hear about the gunshot.
Hold it!
Your Honor, about what you just said.
I know, I couldn't believe it myself.
I can't even read fast enough! Your Honor, please remain calm when you are trying to explain yourself to me.
Yes, sir. Sorry about that. Now then, I must gather myself, yes. When I heard the gunshots, there was no one in the hallway. I should know, I looked. There was no one there.
The judge's emotions circuits appear to be stuck on overreact.
At this point, nothing stands out to me as a contradiction on his testimony.
Francesca, if I am correct, the testimony is hardly precise quality.
I know that. And that's why I said at this point.
I think my first line of attack will be to draw out more information.
Hold it!
In that case, do you concede that you were overconfident in your last testimony?
Now hold on there. I just said that it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom this time.
But you know something? I don't think you know that when the prints you referenced were left on the bench, do you? While you have proven that it's possible the detective was sitting down, I still have a problem with when those fingerprints were left. He's right, I have yet to prove when the fingerprints were left on the bench. While he feigns ignorance, his honor seems a lot alive. This judge, I must have underestimated him.
Hold it!
As we established, you went to the restroom during recess. However, at this point in the recess, did you look into the hallway?
After I called for recess, I handled the change of the prosecution paperwork.
It was about 20 minutes until we reconvened, yes. That sounds about right. Just as I expected.
What were you expecting?
And I demand to know what that all-knowing smile is for. Your Honor, that statement you made just now is very important. I'd like you to append it to your testimony.
All right, if you insist.
Let me see. Yeah, 20 minutes, not 30 minutes, so that's actually important. It's important about that, but I gotta remember. What time was it? Maybe I should press more and get some more info.
Hold it!
20 minutes before we reconvened. Very well. What did you do after that? Let's see, I heard to make some preparations, so I rushed straight back to the courtroom. I also had to track down a few pieces of paperwork for the various bailiffs. So you rushed back to the courtroom despite having heard a gunshot? Well, at this time, I thought it was just the sound of a noise popper. I really couldn't think of any explanation of someone having a birthday party. But now that this has happened, I see. Thinking back, the judge did mention something to the effect of when we reconvened. Yeah, thinking about it now, the detective did say. Yeah, it was Detective Bad's testimony, if I recall.
Objection!
Your Honor, I cannot allow you to make an objection. What? Your Honor, I'm really sorry, but I cannot allow you to not allow me to make an objection. Hey guys, have I been overruled? Your Honor, there are simply too many holes in your testimony for my taste. What do you mean by that? You claim that you heard the gunshot during the recess, but that is simply not possible. Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Manfred von...
Instead of biting your tongue, you should bite your word.
I see you have no mercy for the elderly either, Francesca. Don't talk back to me. Oh, wait.
Don't talk back to me unless you want to be whipped in the back.
Well, for your height, you'll need a stepladder or 4 to accomplish that. Mr. Edgeworth, my ears are not that far gone yet, I'll have you know. I can still hear just fine. And I heard the sound of a gunshot loud and clear. My own 2 ears. Your Honor, I have an interesting bit of testimony. It's for Detective Bad. And according to him, he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again. What did you say? Your Honor, you just said that you heard the gunshot about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. How do you explain the glaring contradiction? That can't be! Unfortunately, that is the truth. But I heard it clear as day! Bang! The sound of a loud gunshot! The sound of a gunshot, we keep returning to that point of contention. And that piece of evidence, I always did wonder why I found it where it did. However, now I understand what the gunshot that the judge really was. Unfortunately, Your Honor, this is what you really produced the gunshot sound.
Take that!
I found the object in the hallway earlier. What is this pink substance? It may not look like it, but this was actually a piece of a balloon. I see. And I suppose you would like me to accept the paid balloon into the court record? Your Honor, I present this piece of evidence in order to overrule your testimony. What? Your Honor, your argument goes as follows. You saw no one in the hallway when you heard the loud gunshot, and now there is no guarantee that the detective was sitting in the bench at the time. Therefore, you believe it must have been at the crime scene, defendant lobby number 2. Am I correct? Yes, that's exactly right. Let me ask you something. Do you think that the gunshot you heard was produced by a real gun? I think I said enough that even you can figure out the rest on your own.
Your Honor, you were fooled by the popping of this balloon into thinking it was a gunshot.
What manner of trickery is this?
That is a good effort you put forth, Miles Edgeworth. But if it was me, I'll vote this thing up before the judge even testifies.
Can you elaborate how one ends before something even begins? Well, to be honest, I did think that the sound was a bit off from a real gunshot sound. But who could have guessed that someone would have popped a balloon in a place like this? That's true. One doesn't usually think balloons in conjunction with the courthouse. I want to trade these coins with you. That's it? The balloon that girl was holding explains everything. Your Honor, if I make you feel any better, you didn't lie once in your testimony. However, I can't really vouch for its accuracy. Who knew that giving the testimony could be such a difficult thing to do? What have I done? I owe Detective Gumshoe a very big apology. I will see to it myself that he is released. Wait! There are still a few things I have yet to resolve about what happened in the hallway. Your Honor, I request your permission to further question Detective Gumshoe.
But why? I thought we just cleared his name.
Whether we did or just now or not, I still cannot say. The only thing I can do now is continue my quest for the perfect explanation. And to that end, I must resolve the remaining issue pertaining to the events that occurred in the hallway. Very well, Bailiff. Bring Detective Gumshoe into the courtroom. I must fulfill my mission and find the perfect explanation to the case. What is it now? Is it time for my trial already? I've already told you a gazillion times, pal, I didn't do it. I'll be the judge of that, Detective Gumshoe.
No, you won't. I'll be the judge of that.
No. I'm the judge around here, and I'll be the judge of that.
Why can't you guys give me a little less judgmental?
Yes, well, speaking of a hasty judgment, Detective Gumshoe, I'm afraid I must apologize for an error in judgment on my part.
Your Honor, I don't believe you should apologize just yet. We have yet to prove he is completely innocent of the crime.
I guess so.
What are you guys talking about? In any case, I would like you to testify as to your actions while you were on guard duty. No, I cough, not sneeze, but thanks. And please remember, you are not on trial. This is just part of the investigation. As such, you may still be found to be innocent. However, if you should give false testimony...
My lip will object loud and clear.
If you are found to be lying, you'll be held indefinitely, understood? I got you, pal. Thinking back on the state of the crime scene and the judge's testimony, it's obvious that Detective Gumshoe is lying. And if I can't break his lie, then we ain't never be able to get a break in this case. I came down here to this courtroom on Detective Bad's orders. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard in front of lobby number 2. From that time on, until I heard the gunshot, I was in the hallway the whole time. I'm my under detective, I swear it wasn't me, pal.
He's still singing the same tired tune.
In that case, I'll just have to change the melody. I know he's lying and it's time to pull the information I need out of him. So we know that's true. Detective Bad said it himself. And yeah, Detective Bad said that too. That we feel like we can get further information on. You claim to have been in the hallway the whole time. However, it is not a fact that you did something while you were in the hallway. Of course I did something. I guarded the door to hall number 2, pal. What else? Very well then. And what exactly does guarding that door entail? Well, to put it simply, oh, I know. It's my job to stand in front of the door without moving an inch. Oh? Detective Gumshoe, you mean to tell me that you didn't take a single step away from the door in lobby number 2? Is that really what you wish to testify to the effect of? You got it, pal. I didn't take a single step away from the door just like you ordered to.
Do it. Rip her. Rip her. Right now. I know you want to.
Why is everybody so quiet all of a sudden? Because we're all in shock and in awe of your utter stupidity.
Scruffy, if you're going to lie, at least tell us about the living room. That's gonna go.
Stop trying to adopt her.
Never.
But I'm not lying. I should hurry up and bring this insipid testimony to a close. Okay. Yeah, that's a load. We already got that.
Objection!
I have an objection. What is it, pal? Detective Gumshoe, I'm wondering if you might recognize this from somewhere. Hey, it's one of those things. The courthouse special sweet rolls, right, pal? Precisely. In that case, I suppose that you also recall a sullied hallway bench? Hey, you know what? I think it was probably me that did that. Detective Gumshoe, you know you can't go around dirtying up the courthouse like that.
You inconsiderably solemnly pig.
I promise to clean it up later, I swear! Now then, shall we get down to business? About the fact that you didn't move a single step from the door? Is that really the case? Then how were you able to buy a pack of sweet rolls?
Furthermore, if you didn't move a single step from in front of the door, how did you manage to get the bench dirty with your gloomy hands?
It appears that Francesca's whip could do more damage than my words can alone. Alright, I confess, pal. I was so hungry I bought a pack for myself, okay? I thought I'd get chewed out again if anyone found out about me eating on the job, so I didn't want to say anything. But unfortunately for you, I saw you do the whole dastardly deed. I clearly saw you buying a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine. Okay, sorry for lying, but that's all I'm sorry for. You got that? Because I'm not holding anything else back. The last statement. It may sound like it makes sense. However, there is something I don't quite believe about it. Are you sure you're not withholding further information from us? Well, of course not. I got nothing else to hide from, pal.
Objection!
Oh, if only that were true, Detective Gumshoe. But it's true, pal. I swear there's nothing else. Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure you're aware of the price of the pack of sweet rolls, correct? Remind me again, pal. The vending machine out in the hallway. Oh.
You're selling packs of 2 Swiss rolls for 6 a pack.
And yet, according to you, you didn't have a cash on you until you cashed your $5 annual bonus check. Isn't that right? Let me ask you, how did you manage to purchase a pack all by yourself? Can you provide me with a proper explanation to that? I told you I bought that by myself, pal. There wasn't anyone else in the hallway with me, so there's no one who could have helped me buy it. Wait, don't tell me. You got some kind of proof that someone else in the hallway, didn't you? Correct. As if you could, I mean, what are the chances of that? Wait, you do? Of course I do. What? How? What proof do I have that there must have been somebody else in the hallway? The balloon.
Take that!
What the heck is that? Oh, that's not it. I thought it was definitely the balloon, but that's on me. I refuse to be lectured by the likes of you, detective.
Miles, how long do you plan to be strung along with his moronic detective?
I have no intent of falling for his lie because there was definitely a second person.
That'd be the balloon, but it's probably the Swiss roll because there was the girl who dropped it.
Take that!
Hey, you showed me that not 2 seconds ago, pal. Ah, I think you understood under the mistaken impression that I bought this pack of rolls. Wait, if you didn't buy it, then that means you must have stolen it, you thief!
What? I would never do such a thing.
All you lies are the same. You start out as thieves, you're under arrest, pal. I believe you meant to assert that all thieves start out as liars. And in that case, what does that say about you, detective? This particular Swiss roll was dropped by a certain someone. Oh, there were 2 rolls in that package. You ate one of them, but you then gave the other one to a certain other person, didn't you? No way, pal. You got it all wrong. I ate both of them. It would appear that we caught you at last.
Hey, don't you dare do anything bad to that girl.
It would appear that they do know each other after all. So why do you continue to come up and kick me? Have I wronged you somehow? I have a name and it's K. K what? K Faraday. Faraday. Are you perhaps Mr. Faraday's daughter? Not you. I'm K. K. You know, good little girls don't kick other people. Especially not hard enough to leave a big nasty bruise like the way you do. Well, then you shouldn't have put Gummy under arrest, mister. Gummy? My guess is that she's talking about Detective Gumshoe.
A little bit that game you were given.
Gummy didn't do anything wrong. Okay. It appears that I will need to speak with her in a little bit more detail. Ah! Another K.
It's like a stray cat.
Wonder if I should feed her something. Yeah, the sweet roll.
Take that!
Okay, I promise to give you this if you calm down. Oh, a sweet roll. It really belongs to you, though, doesn't it? Yeah, I was saving it for Daddy. Oh no. Yeah.
Oh boy. You still remember how to couple people, right, Joruis?
I believe so. Yeah, why?
The little girl lost her father, remember?
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah, get ready. Here comes the waterworks.
Oh my. Your father, he's...
Don't you say another word, pal. She doesn't know yet.
Thanks for watching out for me, Gummy. But I already know about Daddy. Overheard the girls talking about how Daddy, he's not here anymore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't protect him. Okay. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna... Oof.
Alright, sorcerer. You gotta... Yeah.
It's alright. Let it all out. Your father just passed away after all. I myself was also involved in a case at this courthouse when I was a young child. A case in which my father, who was a defense attorney, passed away. All my dreams of becoming a lawyer were crushed into fine ash on that nightmarish day. Even now, the wound festers deep in the depths of my soul. Ever since that incident, I dedicated myself to locking away every criminal I can. And now, to have this happen right in front of me. This child, I feel a certain shared fate, a common bond between us.
Miles Edward, what sort of gentleman are you? Are you going to just stand there and watch a lady cry? Yeah, she said it exactly, sorcerer. You know what you gotta do.
Ah, you're right. Sorry about that. Okay, here. How about you use this handkerchief here? Dry your little eyes.
Yeah. Oh man.
My cavant! Don't blow your nose on that!
I feel better now. Thanks. Oh. Okay, are you going to be alright? Yep, I'm already alright. Somehow I highly doubt that, but I'm not going to push it. I promised Daddy I'd never cry in front of strangers. And you're a good kid, aren't you, Kay? You always keep your promises, right? That's right. Even if I can't see Daddy anymore, I'm still going to keep all my promises. You're a very brave girl, Kay.
Very, very good job. Forget the promises you made to your papa. Even testified that you didn't cry. Just for you.
Thank you very much, lady.
It's nothing. Only tell the truth after all.
It would appear that because her father was a respected prosecutor, Francesca is sympathetic towards Kate's feelings. Kay, what kind of person was your father? Daddy was a hero of justice. His job was to catch all the bad people in the world. So to you, a prosecutor is a hero of justice, huh? I suppose we are in a sense, as we are the ones who seek guilty verdicts for criminals. Plus, you know what? Whenever I came to the courthouse, Daddy would buy me an absolute favorite treat, Swiss rolls! Oh, I want to be a hero of justice someday, just like Daddy. So I've been working really hard. I see. And what have you been working hard on? I've been working hard on to keep all the promises Daddy and I made together. Promise notebook. May I take a look inside? Sure, okay. Appears to be an exchange diary of sorts between father and daughter. Mr. Faraday's writing conveys a sense of the kind man he was. A little notebook just might come in handy later. Thank you for showing me this, Kay. I hope you'll continue to work hard and become a hero just like your father. I'm going to try. Hey, Kay, so I'm a detective. That catches the bad people, right? That makes me a hero, too. Yep, you really cool, too, Gummy. Yeah, aren't I, Kay? What is with these two of them?
I hand out verdicts of justice, so that makes me a hero too.
Yes, and thanks to your also lyric testimony. You almost painted the detective as a vile criminal and sent him off to jail.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
Oh, man, I do need some more water. But I need a cup. Ah, there we go. Ah. Thank you. Man, I needed that. Gummy is not a bad man, okay? The poor judge, he's being treated like a vile criminal rather than a hero of justice. It appears that you and Detective Gumshoe are good friends, Kay. Yeah, we're friends. In that case, would you mind telling me a little more about him? So I take it you ran into Detective Gumshoe earlier? Yep. I was on my way to see Daddy when I saw Gummy standing there. He was standing in the hallway, staring really hard at the vending machine, so I said hi. And when was this? Before everything got crazy. How long were the two of you together? We only talked for a little while, and then we went on our own ways. That's right, pal. Kay and I only talked for a little while, and that's it. Oh, which means we have now confirmed that Kay was in the hallway during the recess, isn't that right?
You got me.
I told you to stop picking on Gummy, mister. Very well then. I'll just have to speak with the good detective in private later. That means he does actually have an alibi. I doubt he murdered somebody. You're the one who brought this
pack of Swiss rolls, Kay? Well, I didn't really have a lot of money. And I somehow made $1 out of all the pennies and quarters I had. But that still wasn't enough, and I really wanted them. I don't think of it. She did come and ask me to exchange a handful of change for $1. And that's when you came and asked me to change your money, correct? Yeah, thanks so much for doing that, mister. Sure. But let me ask you, even with that $1, you still didn't have enough, correct? Well, that's why... Hey, if you bully Kay anymore, I'm gonna have to arrest you, pal.
Need I remind you that you're the one under arrest?
I sense that Kay is gonna be less than forthcoming with this question. Sorry about your roughly thing. Yes, well, now that it's positively drenching your nasal mucus. Don't worry, Kay, I have a spare. So here, you can have this one. But Daddy said, never take things from a stranger. Ah, it's one of those promises you made in your promise notebook, correct? Yeah, well look, see, it's right here on this page. Alright then, I'm not giving this to you. I'm merely allowing you to borrow it. You can take it home, wash it nice and clean, and then give it back to me the next time we meet. Okay, Daddy never said I couldn't borrow things from strangers. Now then, detective. Oh. I believe it is now crystal clear that you were with little Kay in the hallway. I told you to stop being mean to Gummy.
Now, Edward, there's still something you have yet to resolve.
I beg your pardon? You still have yet to offer an explanation on why this man would lie to us. That's, well... I mean, don't tell me you lied for my sake. Don't worry about it, Kay. Everything's gonna be okay. Ah, so that's why!
So, what was Detective Gumshoe's motive for lying? If you can't explain that, then you call this a perfect explanation.
His reason for lying is very simple.
What?
Here is what I believe to be his reason. For a simple observation of the detective's actions and interactions with Kay, it's obvious the detective was lying for the young girl's sake. And this piece of evidence will show exactly why. The promise book. Yeah. Great people with smile. Always try your hardest to learn. Aw.
Take that!
Mr. Faraday and Kay played Miss Notebook? How does this explain everything?
If you could please take a look at this page, it is clearly written that Kay should never take things from strangers. When Detective Gumshoe heard about that promise, he tried to cover for Kay.
One foolishly foolish fool of a foolish reason for a fool.
Gummy, you lied to me because I'm your friend, Kay. That's why. Gummy. At long last, Detective Gumshoe, can you please tell me the whole truth now? Guess there's no beating you, huh, pal? Okay, I'll spill the goods. I'll be standing a guard for a while. I was getting really hungry, and that snack vending machine was taunting me. But all the cash... Oh.
All the cash you had on you was $5, and that wasn't enough to buy anything, right? After all, the cheapest out of machine was a Swiss pack for $6.
Yeah, but then, like an angel from heaven, Kay showed up. I was thinking about sharing a snack with Daddy, so I wanted to buy a Swiss roll, but I only had $1 in coins. So we pulled our 5 and 1 together and bought a pack of Swiss rolls together. But I was worried about breaking one of my promises, so then Gummy said, Mr. Faraday's one scary guy when he gets mad. But don't worry, you won't get in trouble if I don't tell, right? Besides, you bought it with me. So you didn't really get it from me, you know? You told me it'd be okay. And he gave me a whole roll to save and give it to Daddy.
Who knew the Scruffy could be so convenient?
Indeed.
Detective, I take it that you sat down on the bench and ate the rolls together? Yeah, we split the rolls and ate it right then. The sweet taste of that cake's chocolate. I'll never forget it as long as I live, pal. Anyway, okay, I believe this also belongs to you. Oh, that's from the balloon I popped.
It's bad manners to leave garbage lying around, Kay.
I'm sorry.
I guess I can't blame you for not throwing this one piece away. It was sitting high in the windowsill where you couldn't see it. So just this once, I'll forgive you.
But that balloon, I wanted to surprise Gummy a little, so I popped it on purpose. And because of me, Gummy dropped his half of the Swiss roll. You really got me there, pal. So I thought maybe I should give Gummy the other half. And then I saw you picking on Gummy, mister. So you kicked me, is that it?
You sure are a feisty one.
I'm really sorry, mister. It's alright. I'm perfectly unharmed. But about the Swiss roll, would it be alright with you if I held on to it until Detective Gumshoe is cleared of all charges and free to go? Yeah, sure. Just make sure you give it to Gummy afterwards, okay? Of course, I promise. Now then, I believe we have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway for the entire duration of his duty, which undeniably proves that Detective Gumshoe could not have committed the double murders.
Objection!
Actually, it proves the opposite, Edgeworth. You've just shown that Detective Gumshoe is the only one who could have committed the crime. What do you mean?
It's quite rude to eavesdrop, Miss You.
I'm getting lectured on manners by a girl with a penchant for whipping people?
How dare you talk about such insolence?
You're wrong, lady. Gummy's not the bad guy. Oh, and what do we have here? What is a child doing here in the courthouse? Bailiff, please take the child away. And she runs off. What? Miss Callister, you? That girl's Miss Fairdays. I know. So what? You think that just because she's the victim's daughter, she gets to run wild all around the crime scene? I think it's actually quite dangerous for her to speak nothing of getting underfoot. I suppose you're right. However, as long as we're in agreement on the point, let's get back to the real issue at hand. Now then, Detective, you were in front of the door in lobby number 2 the entire time, correct? Yeah, but you see, isn't it obvious that I could be the only detective? You was the only person who could have gotten into the lobby number 2 at the time of the murders. Ugh. I have no counter argument to that. Don't worry, I've already put in the necessary paperwork for his formal arrest. Ugh, but the investigation is far from over. Oh, that's right. I was going to speak with you about that. Don't you think it's reckless to talk to the suspect out in the open without a guard? Ugh, I suppose it is. Well, as somebody with more experience in law than you, allow me to share something. Always keep a good eye on the criminal, or you may regret what comes of your negligence.
Oh, Miles, I can't believe you're letting this woman lecture you. It is unforgivable as a disciple of Von Karma.
Down, Tigress. Now then, I'll be looking forward to the results of your investigation.
So, we're back to square one.
Actually, this is our last chance. I can tell that if we fail to solve this case, Detective Gumshoe will be formally charged under all of the circumstantial evidence. This investigation is not over yet. There's still one location we have yet to inspect. That is where Detective Bad and Miss Yu were at the whole time, the lobby number 1. And for that, this is where we end today's stream, and we will continue this off tomorrow. Which means it is time to send you guys off into somebody. And I think I know just the person. Any last words, Jolene?
Yeah. You kind of suck at investigation, you know.
Fine. Well, screw off. Well, anyway, we're gonna raid into Ray Call Sounds.
who is doing some Soul Calibur and making VTubers out of it. Which means I will see you all tomorrow as we try to finish off the investigation. And I will see you all next time.
I will see you all tomorrow too, because this is my channel now.
Fuck off, Empress.